In the morning when I rise, give me Jesus.
Good morning. Cheryl and I are so often accused of being soft on sin. We are not. Behavior matters. Behavior matters a lot, and that's why I teach like I do. Oh, trying hard to stop doing some kind of sinful behavior will never work. There's only one way. And we read about it here in chapter 10 of 2 Corinthians. Paul tells us it's a spiritual answer to a fleshy problem. We're going to start in verse 3 today, and I'll read through verse 6. It says this: though we walk in the flesh, we do not war according to the flesh. Trying hard will never work. Oh, it may look like it's working and it may work for a little while, but when the pressure's on, you fall back into the nonsense. That's the enemy's scheme against you. The pressure will always come because he wants to drag you back into whatever it was that had you bound up before. Verse 4, for the weapons of our warfare are not of the flesh. They are divinely powerful for the destruction of fortresses, for the pulling down of strongholds. Verse 5, we are destroying speculations and every lofty thing that's raised up against the knowledge of God. And we are taking every thought captive to the obedience of Christ. And we are ready to punish all disobedience whenever your obedience is complete. Well, let's break this down. We are going to destroy all speculations. We're not going to suppose how it ought to work. The world's going to tell us how things work, but the world doesn't know. The whole world is under the power of the enemy, and the enemy is a liar. The enemy is a deceiver. So when we put our hope in the things of the world, when our speculation is in the stock market, or our speculation is in getting that advancement on the job, or our speculation is in the hope of our children, and on and on I could go about where our hope is placed, that is not a place of faithfulness. It is not a place where we can count on it. Oh, the world will tell you it's promising this to you, but just like the picture in today's encouragement, that devil, he will promise you all kinds of things, but his promises are not sure, but the promises of God are. And so the answer to the fleshy following of a lie from the devil is in hearing the truth and trusting God and standing then on the promises that he makes to us rather than anything that the world has to shake in front of us. Well, any speculation we're going to destroy. Any lofty thing raised up against, and here it is, the knowledge of God. Do you know God? If you know God, then you hang out with him, you hear the truth, and you trust the truth. You walk in the truth. You don't listen to the nonsense. You recognize truth as opposed to the deception of the enemy. And we take every thought captive to the obedience of Christ. See, we can do that when we know the truth. We take every lie from the enemy and we say, no sir, you're not dragging me back into that nonsense because I know God now, and so I'm going to walk in the truth and the promises that he gives me, and I'm going to rest in the love that he has for me rather than hoping that I'll get some kind of satisfaction out of the nonsense of the world. And we are ready to punish all disobedience whenever your obedience is complete. When you know the truth, then you can reject the lies. James told us, submit to God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. How do you tear down strongholds? You get to know God and the truth that he speaks so that you will recognize the lie of the devil and reject him completely. That's how you overcome the flesh and live out of the Spirit that has been given to you because of the love of God and your faith in Jesus. Behold, your knowledge of God, and the grace of God that comes with His love, so that you will follow Him in truth and walk out of the lies and deception of the enemy. God bless you as you walk in truth today, not in the flesh. Oh no, you walk in the Spirit with God. I'll see you tomorrow.
Give me Jesus. Give me Jesus. You can have all this world, but give me Jesus.